Right, so bro, listen to me. I'm gonna be serious right now. If you're in your 20s or even younger, to be fair, and you're jobless, just listen to what I'm talking about here. Look, coming out of uni, come out of, if you're jobless for whatever reason, and you have no experience in whatever field you're looking to go into, but let's look at the tech industry, right? If you're a person who just came out from uni, you graduated with your computer science degree, whatever grade you got, doesn't really matter, and you've been looking for a job, as I'm sure you must have heard that the tech industry has become so difficult with the use of AI. It's like nobody wants to hire anyone with like no experience, which is again fucking stupid because you're coming out of fucking uni, like you won't get as much experience of course now. And then the motherfuckers be asking for 10-year experience when you're just coming out of uni. It's like an opportunity for the people like that are coming out of the uni, like graduates and interns, or even interns. They're like not many options, right? And the question becomes at some point, you will spend some time, because I've seen this so many times, friend of ours where they finish uni, they have no job. And it's like, even for me, like when I started applying for job, it was so difficult, right? Because as you can imagine, when I first graduated and when I was looking for a job, it was so tough because COVID came and it said, hey, I'm here to spread the world with some type of virus. It's like, shit, man. Anyways, it was tough, because it's like you can't do nothing about that. It's life, right? It just happens. But if you're jobless right now and you're in your 20s, if you're 15, 16, 17, if you're looking for a job, there are a few things you can actually do that I've noticed that has helped me a lot, and a lot of people that I know now are doing the same thing. I have actually quite a few good examples of people that not just going to tech, but again, they actually doing this thing that is becoming very popular now, where you productize yourself. You make a product out of who you are. And I feel like it sounds silly, but it's the best thing you can do because there's only one you. Get me? So thinking through that, you gotta understand, okay, if you were to productize yourself, like what would you do? And here's the bad thing about it. Most people don't know. That's like I know it is like something that you should know, but if I'm being frankly honest with you guys, sometimes you don't know. It's like you're itching this way, that way. A lot of things are, you're a bit confused. You'll be like, I want to do this. Why is this not happening? So that's going to happen with you. But my advice is always the same. Look, when you spend more time with yourself, people don't believe it, but it is true. When you spend time with yourself, right? When you get in tune with yourself, when you pray for clarity, because really truly it's always going to be like whatever purpose God has set up for you that will show up for you the most. Doesn't matter, like whatever you do in life, but that purpose that God has set up for you will always be like superior than the other bullshit that you might be doing. But to get started, you just have to get started. And the thing you can do to productize yourself that I can ask you for is to spend more time understanding what you like. Like just understanding your spirit, your soul, your whole aura, your whole energy. And then start paying attention to your surroundings, to the things that you do every day, and think of them, which one of these nonsense that you do makes you feel, I don't mind this, happy about it. Right, let's just say you're someone who loves playing video game, for example. Out of all bullshit that you do right now in your life, and you feel like that video game is one of those things that you like, I enjoy it. Then you start thinking, there are plenty of streamers out there already, but you are unique. That's just an example, by the way. You can then see if you can tap into that area, right? But then if you're someone like, oh, I'm not really, into social media or put myself online out there and things like that, then you gotta understand that most of these people, especially streamers, you don't have to put yourself out there like that, your face and all that, like I do right now. You don't have to. There's other ways you can, make the same thing happen and, go other ways. There's plenty of ways. if that's the case, then you have to think, all right, what's the second best thing you do? But let's say now you're a good gamer, you're a really good like gamer, you know, like all the tricks and such. Then you can think about creating packages that you can then start selling online. All this stuff, right, is just a way to get you thinking. You don't necessarily need to do anything to be gaming. I'm just giving an example, for example, yeah? And then let's say you're someone who's into tech and you're finished, but of course tech is crazy right now. Then you gotta think to yourself, okay, I want to become the best this, the best that, I want to get into I want to get a job basically, in a sense, right? And you want to productize yourself. Then the next thing to think of is, okay, what are some of the skills that I can learn, that I don't mind, that would make me feel happy, that would make me, you know, valuable in the future. Then you start thinking, all right, maybe because I don't have enough experience, I'll volunteer to work for free for a few months at this X company or local companies, anything. My point is, you have to think, you have to proactively, you have to actively search for opportunities, right? And then when you're doing this thing that I mentioned about meditation, prayer, that's where it's gonna really help you get in tune with yourself, understanding the thing that tickles for you. And because sometimes people here in their head, it's just noisy. There's just too much TikTok, too much scrolling. That can mess up your head. You can, you know, you can feel like shit, man. You can feel like rubbish, really. That's what I'm trying to say. So, two things: get in tune with yourself. Listen to your aura, your inner self, your inner voice. Listen to all that. Pray more. Meditate. Go on walks alone. Like, do things like these that will just essentially help you feel like some of the things you can do. That's when you start getting ideas, clarity and such. If you're like, well, I'm jobless, oh my god, I don't know what to do. Yeah, but crying about it won't fucking solve the problem. It really won't. That's what I'm saying. Productizing yourself and understanding all the cues, everything that you do. When you get up, start paying attention to the things that you're doing every day. See the things that makes you happy. You know, maybe you love driving around. Maybe if you like driving around, maybe, you know, getting something like getting on Uber Eats, for example, to do delivery. It could be a start of something, because sometimes, like I said, most of us don't know what we want to do. So we need to explore a lot of things. We have to try different things. Because if I was to list all the jobs I've done, for me to understand that out of all things I've done so far, I enjoy speaking and helping others the most. And I've been doing that all my life without me noticing. And so when I decided, you know what, I want to spread and like share some of the ideas, some of the things I've done to this world with other people like you lot, it just made a lot more sense to me. But your purpose, as I've understood now, you haven't got a single purpose. I used to think I'm only made to do one thing. You don't. Your purpose can actually change over time. Your purpose at that time when you were this age might be X, Y, Z, and then when you become this age, your purpose now is to do ABC. It's like shit. So your purpose does change, right? So by trying to yourself to productize yourself in a way that works, is by looking at the things that you're good at, man. The things that you enjoy, the thing that makes you happy. And sometimes we're all looking for fucking something amazing, big that will change the world. But the fucking truth is, you won't. Quite frankly, you won't come up with an idea to change the world, man. The world is already changing, bro. You're just another guy here. It's like nearly 8 billion of us, man. Like, you know, not everybody's here in this world to like act like Elon Musk, man. Like, not all of us are here to make huge changes like that. You feel me? That's what I want to remind you. If you're in your 20, really truly think about what you can do in terms of the things that you like, you enjoy. And sometimes doing the jobs that are not really what you want might be helpful, because that's gonna trigger so many things in you, and you're gonna be hungry to want something that you really truly desire, and that's when you start feeling more geared towards XYZ. Anyway guys, hey, don't forget, you got this, you can do it. Believe in yourself and keep it pushing forward, man. Trust me, it's the only way to get there. Keep it pushing, and I believe you will get there anyways. Let me leave you to it. Alright, take care, peace, ciao, bye.